continuously. So you're going to be treated to something like this so early, I would say, as far as in the tournament is considered. These are two runners that, you're talking about taking this potentially to winners finals, taking this to grands. Big matchup right here for you guys early.
It most certainly is indeed. But here we go. Game number one between Aquas and Mr. Dino. And this is going to be exciting. Right now, Aquas so far has put together the two best times of the tournament. He has two sub 530 runs, including a PB tying 523 in his opener.
Yeah, I remember commentating that race with you, cards. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, we had all thought that he had gotten an actual PB, but upon further review, we had reviewed it. His times were just a little bit off, so he only ended up tying his PB with a 523. And he's going to have a very close hole shot with Mr. Dano. They both in the low 40 range. I expect nothing less from these two. I'm looking for close games, immaculate arena gameplay, and who knows, maybe a PB for either of these runners or both of them. Foot for Aquas, a spreader for Dino. Nothing to write home about for Aquas until he gets his orb. Dino getting a razor shield. Now Aquas getting a razor shield. So both these runners getting some solid drops here and collect power-ups, but Aquas with that early orb advantage.
Yeah, and early on, not going to be as big of a factor as it might be later. I think someone like Mr. Dino will do just fine using that Razor Shield offensively to even keep up. Gets out of there at about a 124, so not too shabby, able to keep within a handful of seconds here of Aquas.
Yeah, it's a good time when you don't have an orb or, the best of drops there. But he is 4.5 seconds back, but he's going to want an orb here, and he does get his orb. That's what you like to see.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like cards just wishes things into fruition.
Absolutely. All you have to do is talk about it and the situation presents itself. Aquas right now, just focusing on the Mr. Shrapnels here, should come out of here with about a 2-minute time. You want 42.5 seconds, so this should be the last one for Aquas. It is. It's a 2:01 for Aquas. Ooh. Mr. Dino, give him back some time, though, unfortunately. A 2:07. He's 6 seconds back, so Dino let something kind of pile up there to be losing some time, but he's definitely afloat with these rockets to start the room. Aquas has nothing to start. Now he's got a razor shield.
But anything you can do, I can do better. A razor shield on Dino's side too, along with the spreaders, but then rockets on Aqua's side. These two are getting some drops. You love to see it.
Yeah, you love to see these equal opportunity drops here. They're getting razor shields, they're getting high-class weapons, and now they're drying up on both sides, which is what you'd expect. A spreader now for Dino. Kind of a dicey grab there, but he's able to make it happen. A nuke for Dino. Won't be able to use it to close out the room. There's just too much in the room at the moment, but he will use it to get as much as he possibly can out the door. But 254 for Aquas into the bonus room. Very good time for him. Mr. Dino, great timing on the nuke. It is a 3:02, about a 7.5 second lead for Aquas into the bonus room. No weapon for either player. Anybody's game at this point.
Yeah, they're both playing at their ability here, because like they're maintaining the same distance here. Tank trouble is going to be a huge determining factor, as it normally is. So let's see what drops.
All right, a spreader to start. That's a solid opener there for Aquas. Can focus on one of the gunners here. Won't be able to take down both. Gets another spreader. Tough spot. Good grab. Second gunner down. Good start to the room here for Aquas. Dino getting a foot. Nothing to write home about, so he's going to have to do some scrambling here, and then gets picked off by the bullets. Yikes.
Oh, man.
Just some real raw drops right there for Dino. Aqua's getting a couple spreaders along with the razors, so like sitting real pretty. Oh, but
it went through.
The tank with a real quick shot to the left. I didn't expect that myself either, so that's a big drop as well.
I don't think Aquas expected that to happen. I certainly didn't. When you have a full razor shield like that, somehow that bullet got through the defenses there. That a rare mistake there from Aquas, but nevertheless, he still has the lead with a 412.
Yeah, Dino, he lost his orb. He got a little bit too close to one of the doors, and when the swarm comes out, they could just bat the orb away. So that was unfortunate for him. Grabs a spreader.
Yeah, it could be enough to finish up the room. It will be enough to finish up the room, and finishing off the Mr. Shrapnel. So still in the running. He's 21 seconds back. Lobber to start for Aquas. He's got a rocket, which he's going to try to get to, but it's going to be parked, so never mind. He's looking for a drop when this runs out. It's another lobber, but it's being a mother hen, and he is going to be blocked. 4, 3, 2, 1. Same level 1, and it's rocket, so a chance here for Dino maybe to cut into that lead. First arm down.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll finally get some lobbers after a couple rocket drops there on Aquas' side. We'll pop down to second form, but Dino able to keep in within about a form and a half. Probably getting close now, 2 forms down.
Ooh, empty drops for both now, but Dino can ride these lobbers a little bit more. Back-to-back invulnerabilities as the lobbers come Aquas' way. Another invulnerability. We're seeing a lot of invulnerabilities here on both sides. Another lobber now for Dino, but Aquas with about a 2-form lead at the moment. Dino gets a spreader. We'll have to try and manual this if he can. Maybe cut into this lead. Not getting many manuals in here. You got to get closer than that, and then he gets run over. Lobbers for Aquas, good consistent damage. Dino's next drop. It's a spreader, parked on. He'll have to manual.
Oh, he gets it though. Yeah, not bad.
Does get run over, but Aquas with lobbers has the advantage. Looking good to win game number 1 here. Lobbers for Dino, but this is looking like it's too little, too late. There it is. Aquas will take game number 1. Probably won't be terribly happy about the time he posted, but nevertheless, it gets the job done. He wins game number 1. It'll be a 6-25. Dino seeing what has happened, he will wave the white flag.
Yeah, not the greatest drops on Mutoid Man for either runner. Yeah, we saw a lot of empty ones.
Yeah, that ended up being a 207 Mutoid Man for Aquas. Not the worst, but he knows he can get better fights than that. And that surprise loss of the orb in Tank Trouble, that's really the first major mistake, if you want to call it a mistake. I mean, he definitely wasn't expecting that bullet to seep through that razor shield. It just happened to do so. That's the first time I think we've seen Aquas, lose the orb like that early on in the arena gameplay. I expect he'll make the proper adjustment. And same thing with Dino. We know these runners are capable of some immaculate arena gameplay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's kind of a certain expectation that if you're not seeing, even going into bonus room, if you're not seeing like a low 3-minute, sub 3-minute time, even before you even get to Tank Trouble, which is a bunch of RNG as well in itself in a really tough room, there's a bit of a disappointment there, that you probably not had some drops shake out your way, maybe some rough shrapnel luck. I know we had Mr. Dino that in that my shrapnel happened to lose like about a second or so, 2 seconds in that room. Surprisingly, something that even at the races, you're really hoping doesn't happen. I'm expecting both to come out strong, and I think Aquas kind of knows that that time's probably not going to get you a win every time right now, so probably has to clean up on your side as well if you're Aquas.
Oh yeah, I mean his arena gameplay, was solid. Apart from the tank mishap, otherwise he played well. I mean his Mutoid Man luck wasn't the greatest, but it was good enough to get the job done. Let's see if Mr. Dino can bounce back here in game number 2.
Yeah, I always keep in mind, like whatever happens the previous game, you just got to reset your brain and just focus on the match at hand.
All right, they're both able to avoid that nuke right there, which would have been a time penalty. They both get grenades, so yeah, equal opportunity drops here, but it is going to be an Aquas hole shot here, I believe. Yep, it'll be an Aquas hole shot by maybe a half a second or so. It'll be a high 39 versus a mid 40, so yeah, about a half a second lead for Aquas. Negligible, as my friend Burgundy would say.
Yeah, indeed, negligible at best. It's pretty much what you want to come out of that room. Both doing very well. Just simply controlling the room here. Early drops here, definitely favoring Aquas with the orb.
Yeah, gets that first drop orb. Grenades now. Dino is fishing for that orb right now. So he gets a Razor Shield. That's okay, but you want to have something to complement that Razor Shield. Spreader for Aquas. He's going to ignore it for the time being, keeping the kill count high, keeping the firing lanes good, just focusing on the middle. And it's going to come out here with about an 80-second time. 80 seconds it is. Dino did a really good job with what the game gave him, and that wasn't much. He's going to be about 5.5 seconds back, but he's definitely in the thick of things if the game can just provide him an orb here and eat my shrapnel.
I love that patience from Aquas, that, you know, just like ignoring that spreader. That just shows that like the awareness of like which drops you really need in terms of sacrificing center control, and he's totally aware of, you know, when he needs to sacrifice that control or not.
Now, there's a reason why he's the back-to-back bronze medalist here in the Super Smash TV tournament, but this year he's looking to make that next step and at least get to second place, or who knows, maybe be the grand champion. It'll be a 2:02 into Total Carnage. Mr. Dino, one more Mr. Shrapnel go. That was getting a little bit dicey there. Be a 2:08, so about 5.5 seconds or so lead for Aquas. So, dude, oh, a grenade on the feet for Aquas, but is able to blow through it right there. So nothing to write home about for either player starting Total Carnage here. No Razor Shield, no rockets. Spreader there for Mr. Dino. That'll help a little bit for him. More grenades for Aquas. This is just rockets now for Dino.
Yeah, doing a good job, Mr. Dino was, of clearing out and then getting to that spreader, and then gets rewarded with the rockets on the feet, so doing very well. Having to go over to that right side again for a really rough spreader drop, but doing it, kind of just getting the drops, working his way right now. Razor for Aquas, so definitely good on his side as well. I think both of these runners coming out with a really close time. Yeah, here we are.
Look at this, 2:57, 2:58, Dino with the lead by 1 second, as it is time once again for Taco Bell product placement with Taco Bell. Great job there from Dino. He got the goods and kept the firing lanes good. Aquas just didn't get any weapons, got the late Razor Shield, but just the quality of weapons favoring Dino there, and he's got that very minuscule lead going in the tank trouble. No weapon for either. What do they start with? Nuke versus well, I don't know what it was. Dude, maybe?
Foot.
Oh, foot. So, Razor Shield though for Dino. This could be his chance.
Yeah, well, let's see. With Aquas, he's like ignoring the fee, obviously, and he's getting rid of the gunners, got rid of both of them. And Dino just sitting pretty with the Razor Shield, taking care of the tanks as they come in as well. This is very nice. And then rockets for Aquas, so this will help him get more control.
This may give him an opportunity to take the lead back here. These clip of rockets to try to keep the kill count high. Now both runners have control of the middle of the room, but it is still going to be Dino as he had closing rockets. It's a 4:08, still has the lead. He gains about 2 seconds on Aquas. He has a 4:11. It's anybody's game, folks, once again.
Yeah, the rockets will help right here. Definitely get at least one of those gunners. Unfortunately, gonna probably park on that lobber, but the ball buster for Mr. Dino will take out that other gunner. Nope.
Yes.
Almost take out that other gunner. Probably a couple shots.
All right,
Lobber on Aquas.
Oh, he gets the ball buster on the fly and grabs the spreader. Now he's looking to try to get maybe an invulnerability to pair that spreader up. It is grenades, unfortunately, so he'll have to go manual. Get some good manuals in here. Getting some very good manuals is Aquas.
Wow, I cannot explain how superb that maneuvering was from Aquas. That was very impressive.
Boy, his movement has been on point. He's got the lead now. Dino really not doing anything wrong here. It's just Aquas got the spreader, got a great manual on it, and he has built himself a big lead already by over 2 forms. There's a spreader. He can't die for it. A little bit late, not in a great spot. Let's see if he can get another good manual in here. He's getting some more on here. Finally gets vibrated, but those were some good manuals that Aquas got. Now he's looking for another spreader to wrap up this fight. It'll be a lobber instead. Should be final form very shortly for Aquas. There we go, final form now. Dino running out of time here. Aquas with a full clip of lobber here. If he can land all these shots, this should be enough to wrap it up. If not, this lobber will, but he's gonna ignore it. It's in a bad spot. So he's gonna have to hope this is enough. It's not quite enough. The spreader will definitely be enough though, and it is game number 2 to Aquas. So Dino got into the Mutoid Man first, but Aquas, give him credit. He had an outstanding first spreader manual right there, and that was what put him over the top.
Yeah, got that nice manual right there, and then just it was going to be close because a couple of those lobber shots right at the end, it could have maybe opened the door a little bit for Mr. Dino, but then the spreader right after, Aqua was able to close that out very nicely. Low 6 minute. That is, you'll always take that in a race. And Aquas going up 2-0 here early in this matchup.
Be a 631 for Mr. Dino. I'm telling you, that was more like it. The arena gameplay from both runners was crisp, very solid. They kept the middle of the room, didn't drop their orb. They played it very, very well. That's why we had another close game going into the Mutoid Man fight. But Aquas made the manual spreader work for him. Getting those shots in there, taking some chances in here, getting quite a bit of manuals on the first spreader that he got, and that was enough for him to take this game. So Mr. Dino, his back is against the wall. He must win this or he'll be sent down to the second chance bracket. Aquas, he's hungry. He wants it. He feels it right now. He's looking to move on to those winter semifinals.
Yeah, Aquas, he wants that gordita crunch. He wants it all. We could tell.
Oh, most certainly indeed. I mean, he keeps playing the way he has been playing. He's definitely going to be tough to beat. Obviously, we've got many, many runners in this tournament who want to put their stamp on Aquas as well, but he keeps playing that like that. He's going to be tough to beat. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think, one thing that it's gonna be a interesting run for both these runners, how this shakes out. Obviously, we've been talking about the fact that the winner onto that winner semifinal. That winner semifinal going to be decided between the runner of the winner. Apologize if my mic's
I
going
got
out
it.
right there.
It's going to be Brysolf, J-Pop, or Superman is going to be Aqua's next opponent, depending on who emerges from the bottom half there. We might have a rematch of that Aqua's Brysolf winner semifinals from last time. So there's the potential of the rematch right there. So that, if it comes down to an Aqua's Brysolf winner semifinals, oh, that's going to have a lot of fireworks. But here we go with game number 3. I'll tell you what, Mr. Dino just has to continue to play the way he's been going. He's done absolutely, really very little wrong in this match. Now, there's no way Aquas has a 36 time. I think he started his time late. There's no way.
I was about to say, that time was phenomenal, if that's what that...
Yeah, there's no way that's a 36. That can't possibly be. I want to say 36 is like the bare lowest you can possibly get, and that's if everything goes right, because 37s are rare as they are. So we'll see about that.
Yeah, he said he started his timer late by about 4 seconds, so that would have been more like a 39-40.
Yeah, that's probably more reasonable. So we're going to want to keep that in mind, when we post times. If this is a very close one, then we know we might have to go to the booth. So it's about an 80, so call it about an 84, and it's an 85, 84 for Dino, so they're pretty much even. They don't have an orb. Could be a battle of attrition here. Grenades now, good enough for the Mr. Shrapnels. A foot now for both, good for the maneuverability for both runners here. Dino getting up close to these foot soldiers. He's got to be careful that he doesn't get run over by the clubs here and lose time. Both these runners are doing a very good job of what the game is giving them, and it's not much. No orb, no rockets, no spreader. Aquas, right now, this is very close. But Aquas should have the room done first. But yeah, just the lack of weapon here. And Aqua's going to lose some time here. So yeah, that's a true lead for Dino.
Yeah, you notice that they both use the whole playing field. Just using invulnerabilities to their advantage. Things like that.
Spreader for Aquas, a Razor Shield for Dino. We are still no orbs in 2.5 minutes for either runner. There finally is the first sighting of vitamin R for both now.
And yeah, you'll go out of your way to get those rockets if you can, just because you haven't seen much of anything.
Uh-oh.
And there we go. Orbs and rockets refill for Aqua, so keep it afloat. But yeah, the weapon's finally dropping here.
Yeah, and this is just what the doctor ordered. Remember, Dino is down 2-0 here. He needs to win and reverse sweep in order to advance to the winner's semifinals himself. And the fact that Aquas does not have an orb, the weapons kept him afloat, but it's pretty even going to the bonus room. But Dino with the big up advantage having that orb.
Just a reminder, Aqua's timer is about 4 seconds ahead here. But yeah, let's see what happens with the opening drops here in Tank Trouble.
Yeah, I'd say Dino leads by roughly a second if we were to just solely go by the 4-second difference. So 327 versus 328. Or an opening orb for Aquas here.
Very nice.
In Tank Trouble. That is definitely what he needed. So it's going to come down to right now who's going to have the better Tank Trouble on who's going to get to that Mutoid Man fight first. So right now, Aquas getting saved by an opening drop orb here in Tank Trouble, but rockets for Dino will help him get the control of the middle, and grenades on the feet for Aquas could be a problem. He's able to burn through the clip. Spreader now for Dino, so the weapon's definitely favoring Dino, and he gets a Razor Shield on top of it.
Oh yeah, sitting pretty for the rest of Tank Trouble right here. Will be Dino probably clean this up. Hopefully just about a sub 420 here, very close, and will do
be
it.
A sub 420. That's a 417 there for a Mr. Dino. Aquas has about, let's call it a 424, so he is 7 seconds back. That's about an empty drop, and they both have the orb. Dino doesn't have the orb. What happened? He lost it like at the end. I thought he had the orb. He must have lost it like at the very end, and I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't catch that either.
Here's a spreader for Aquas, but that's in a player 1 spot. He does not want to forego the ball buster opportunity. Well, he has to now, because look how he lined up. That's how you get the manuals. Just have him line up like that. Look at this spreader right here from Aquas.
Wow. Both
And if he gets
arms
another
gone.
spreader, this could be game, set, and match. But it's an empty drop, so Dino maybe with an opportunity, but he's going to have to go manuals. But he'll switch it up for the lobbers. Kind of a sabotage there, but at least it's consistent damage. But Aquas right now with the lead. He's going to have to go manual again on these spreaders. Doing a good job, but finally gets vibrated. He'll be able to get the grenades, though. He's got a big lead. Right now, his manuals on Mutoid Man have been the difference, and Dino just has not gotten a spreader to save his life. He needs one now. Final form all ready for Aquas. This is crazy. He went orbless up until Tank Trouble, and right now he's on the verge of getting a sub 6. He just needs to land his shots here, and he'll have it. Few more shots left to go, and there it is. That's a sub 6. It'll be about a 5:57, but there will be no timings here. It's a clear-cut win for Aquas. He sweeps Mr. Dino, and Aquas moving on to the winner's semifinals. Man, what a job.
Yep, about a 5:57, considering, like, as we were discussing earlier, that discrepancy. But that's sub 6, folks.
Yep, Aquas has won 9 out of his 10 games, and good finish there for Mr. Dino, but it just won't be enough. Just the Mutoid Man luck on Aquas. His manuals on the spreaders have just been absolutely amazing. He keeps having manuals like that. Like I said, he's going to be tough to beat. I mean, both of these runners played very, very well. I mean, the score is not going to tell the tape on really anything. They both played the arenas great, but Aquas and his manuals on Mutoid Man fight with those spreaders, just absolutely otherworldly. You don't see too many runners get manuals like that.